Hi and welcome to another one of my vintage HiFi videos. In this one I'll be talking about car boots and picking up a few bits and pieces, or just generally looking out for stuff over the car boot you may be able to buy for yourself cheap or cheaper, or even buy it just to sell on. Let's face it, I think quite a lot of people selling this kind of HiFi and vintage HiFi on eBay or anything really go to car boots and pick it up cheap, and they can be some good items and they can be some that's in a right mess. They just do literally just flip it over, put it on eBay and sell it on to you, and you could be getting some good stuff, which a car boot, I doubt it. You may get a few bits and pieces, but in general I would have thought you're going to get quite a bit of rubbish where the stuff's been stuck in attics and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe a bit wary this time of the year, looking about on eBay and that, where the car boot season's on, exactly where some of that stuff's coming from. You do get a few items, even vintage, where people have got the receipts, which is nice to know that they're the actual owner and they've looked after it, and you can probably tell by the condition of the outer what it's, where it's been. Maybe it gives you a few more clues as well. Anyway, today I managed to go over my local car boot and pick up these Celestion Ditton 15 speakers, which I'm quite pleased about, I must admit. Never had a pair of Celestion Ditton speakers before, so the 15 is quite a popular speaker. I think it came out in the late 60s, early 70s, that kind of era. One thing I will say is to pick these things up, you're not just going to wander over the car boot and suddenly find them. Like, you're going to have to get over there early, and you could be going for quite a few weeks before you even find anything. And there's plenty of dealers over there as well, because I'll see them today darting around trying to pick up this stuff amongst God knows how many other bits and pieces they're into. And they don't just go over there for one thing, these dealers. But anyway, I was lucky enough to get these. Whether anyone else spotted them, I don't think so. It was just pure luck, because when you go to the car boots, obviously they've got this stall set out early. If you get over there, and sometimes they're putting a bit out, then they may wait a little bit longer before they get something else out of the lorry, and then something else, because if they get it all out at once, people ravage them, and people shout out if you've got video games, if you've got HiFi, if you've got LPs and all that kind of stuff. And some people say yeah, and they rummage through, but some dealers and other people, not so much dealers but other people, say no, I haven't got them, just to get rid of them. They disappear, and they've got a bit more time to get everything out, because things go missing and you're not thinking straight, and you end up selling things cheaper than you should because you've got everyone around you, you don't know what's happening. I mean, I've done a car boot, so I know what it's like. Anyway, I got over there this morning. I was there about, well, nearly 6 o'clock I got over there for, so I was pretty lucky, because really you need to get over there about 5:30. So yeah, you know, it may not be worth your while getting up that early, but if you're an early riser and there's one local, it could be worth a visit. Like I say, you may not actually find something for yourself, but you may actually find something over there that's in reasonable condition that you may be able to sell on and earn a little bit of a profit, and that profit you could put towards something that you do want in the HiFi, the vintage HiFi gear. So anyway, I managed to pick up these Celestion Dittons. I see them on the stall. Like I say, this is the first time I've actually had a pair of Celestials, so I see the result as I was walking up by the actual cabinet, and the cabinet's in very good condition. All over there, I don't know if I'm trying to get a light here, I'm not too sure if it all picks up everything, but they're in very, very good condition, the cabinet. I've given them a very slight polish, but I will give them a bit more of a polish. And the speakers themselves seem fairly good nick to me, and they do sound okay. I will put a review on these at some stage, I think, when I hook them up properly and give them a proper sound test. I've only literally stuck them on for about half hour, maybe 3/4 of an hour today, just to try them out. And they sound really good. The bass seems pretty tight on them in that. So yeah, I'm really pleased. Right, yeah, the bloke had them up for £30, which I thought, which weren't bad. I mean, it's no bargain. Well, it's a fair bargain, I think, because I think they, on eBay they probably go for about the £80–100 mark. But anyway, I had them up for 30. I said 20. I'm trying to be a bit cheeky. You never know, people do drop. He said no. He said they're good speakers. Obviously, you can't test them out while you're there. This is the problem. Anyway, I said to him 25. We met in the middle, so 25. There's no way of trying these out, not unless you took a portable went with you or something. I mean, I think you can put a battery on the terminals, a 1.5 volt battery, and that's probably only going to make this bass speaker or mid-range speaker move and crackle a bit. Whether it's actually going to do the tweeters or not, I don't know. The only way I think really is to take proper stereo and actually hear if the tweeters working or anything. But the good thing about this car boot, it was local. It was literally 5 minutes down the road. So if they didn't work and I weren't happy, I could have quickly whizzed them back, because he weren't going anywhere at 6 o'clock in the morning. He's there for a good few hours. He had plenty of stuff. So it was worth taking a chance. Like I said, I'd give them a general inspection. They seemed fine. The cabinet seemed nice. And I thought, well, £25, the cabinets are probably near enough worth that. And even if one or two of the speakers work, I've probably got my money's worth there. And I suppose the tweeters may be the most prone to blow. And I thought, well, if I've got to get 1 or 2 tweeters, I've got to get 1 or 2 tweeters. Could be worth suffering, but then I still had the option of taking them back. So anyway, all in all, like I say, they're both, I took one grid off, but they're both exactly the same. I'll take the other grid off. There you go. So yeah, well worth looking out for, I think, over the car boot. Yeah, if you don't mind getting up that early in the morning, and like I say, you can't go over there like gone 6 or something, you're going to be too late. You're going to be very lucky, let's put it that way, very lucky that there may be something there that someone else has missed. I've got 2 other items to show you shortly. One I'll probably do straight after this video, which is a little receiver I picked up. No big shakes, but for what I've got it for, it's maybe worth a mention, and it's, you know, it's not bad for a very, very budget system. You could probably get very cheap. And another amp I bought, a Rotel amp, which I'm in the process of doing a little small repair to it. It's nothing much. Yeah, that I bought a couple of days ago as well. But yeah, so I've been going around the car boots. Hopefully I'll pick up a few more bits and pieces, but it is quite manic over there that time, and there's quite a lot of dealers and people obviously trying to buy stuff to sell on themselves, so it is pot luck. I was a bit unlucky with one item, an HiFi tuner, which was quite a nice tuner. I missed out the other day, literally by about a minute, because I stopped off at a stall before, haggling over this silly radio thing that I spotted, like, you know, an old CB radio thing. I was kind of spotted, and I thought I'd try and haggle him down a bit, and was bartering backwards and forwards. In the end I thought I'll leave it, and that really cost me an HiFi receiver, which I was a bit annoyed about, but there you go. So that's just a quick video on these. These are the Celestion Ditton 15s. Like I said, I've never had them before. I just wonder if anyone else has had these and what they thought of them. I know they do some others like the 22s, I think, 33s, the 44s, 66s, and that kind of range, I think it is. So it'd be interesting if anyone's got any thoughts on the Celestion Ditton speakers, an English make. And that's it for now. So I'll say thanks for watching, and I will follow this up with me a receiver. I nearly said tuner, receiver I bought a day or 2 before these speakers. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks very much.